My coaching journey to Swansea. So I was a teacher for a long time in the east of England, and then I was very lucky. I had the chance to go and work in America, in California, which was a fantastic experience in a very different culture and a different setup. Before I then came back to Swansea to work at the university and do some work with the club, as well as links in with Hockey Wales, which has been a fantastic opportunity for me.
My coaching journey to Swansea, joined Swansea last season for our season Division 1 North. I started coaching when I was 16, working with Whitchurch Hockey Club, started working with their youth goalkeepers as part of my Welsh Baccalaureate qualification. So we had to do 40 hours of volunteering. So did the 40 hours, sort of fell in love with coaching, working with the goalkeepers, and then progressed to working with their outfield squads. So sort of under 11 girls, did 2 years with the under 11 girls, went to work with under 13 girls, worked then alongside that did some regional coaching with South Wales under 14 boys, under 14 girls. Lucky enough to be asked to coach with Hockey Wales in their player pathway, working in 360, and then took a punt last season when Swansea were looking for a new assistant coach for the ladies ones team, and yeah, here I am, first season done, and looking forward to next season now. So challenges of this season working with Swansea were probably the jump between working with Hockey Wales and their player pathway with youth players, mainly working with youth players in Whitchurch, Hockey Wales, regional, doing limited senior coaching in Whitchurch Hockey Club, Rhondda Ladies and Howardians, would be the technical and tactical knowledge needed to coach at the Premier League level, which has been miles more advanced than what I really thought when I took the role. The merger itself has been, with the wider merger of Swansea and the Swansea Bay Hockey Club, has been challenging at times with bringing in new players and players from other clubs. So we've had a number of girls from other clubs join the squad, blending the youth into the first team, which has been challenging itself, but it's been rewarding, if anything, as well as challenging. Obviously, the big one was the journeys. I obviously didn't make the journeys to Durham and Leeds because of Hockey World commitments, but I can imagine they were challenging going up, but probably not as challenging coming back.
Challenges for the season. I feel that being new to the role is obviously a challenge. Trying to build on the fantastic work done before by Toby, Chris and Anita and everybody involved in the club in the past seasons. And we had a big turnover of players. It was important to try and bring everybody together, which was a task in any team, but certainly in a new coach, new season, was an interesting challenge. I think we went to Lee Valley to play a warm-up tournament there, and I think that helped bond the girls just on and off the pitch, and it's been fantastic. And then obviously the travel being put in the North League that got a lot of publicity was an interesting challenge, and going to play places that I've never been before was interesting. Some interesting environments up north, shall we say.
Yeah, well, I think, as I said, the big one for me was coming from a non-performance environment, if that's the right way to describe it. Going from coaching, under 15s, under 13s, under 11s, some under 18s, limited senior coaching. And it was very much the first few sessions was sort of like sink or swim.
And how have you found the girls? How have they been?
Well, I think they've been fantastic. I think at the start, everyone sort of went, who's the new kid? As you would expect in an environment where they've been playing together for a while, but they've been fantastic. And Jana especially, who's also worked with Jana very closely with goalkeeping, has been amazing. There's been times when we've not disagreed on things, but she's sort of gone, no, I want to do it this way. And I've learned off Jana certain ways of coaching, different techniques in goalkeeping, for instance. And I'd like to hope that Jana sort of learned something from the way I would coach and the way I've done things as well. So that was one. I didn't realise going into the role how important the videoing and analysing of games was. It's something that you see with obviously professional football, rugby, and all those type of sports. But it's not something I considered beforehand something that we would do intently. And that's probably something from your days in the States.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
You brought over.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. And once you've had it, it's hard to go back now, isn't it? Once you've experienced.
Yeah. Now I've been going to youth training sessions just on passing all stuff. Going, I want to. If we watched the video back and then got right, there is no video, so I can't watch it back.
Yeah, and it's exciting for next year to have the live stream. I think that'll be another angle, and it'll be really interesting to engage more and more people. But yeah, it's a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you need to have a big sign. You are live on channel. Please do not swear for the live stream next year.
Yeah, much like the footballers at the moment, isn't it? Having no crowd noise to drown it out. That'll be the.
Well, that's what we need to do. We need to pump the crowd noise in.
Yeah. I don't like that. The travel was interesting. Yeah, National League's a long way, isn't it? Any National League is a long way. And yeah, I suppose Durham was the furthest, but I was pleased that we got the double headers stuff in. I think that really made a difference to us. Otherwise, it would have been a drain week in, week out.
Going like Durham one weekend, coming back, and then going to Leeds the next weekend would have been interesting in itself. But then what I think Gloucester was Gloucester and Stourport were the closest away games, really, weren't they?
Yeah.
And now look at the Premier League when they're all sort of in London.
Yeah, we're going to go to London a lot. And I suppose the challenge of balancing indoor as well, and everybody else's commitments and the international commitments of the girls is a challenge. And I think how many people did we have? Was it 24 played across the squad?
About 24, 25-ish. What do we think? We didn't have a really big squad, was it? Really? I mean, everyone played a regular amount of games.
Yeah, and I think you've got to have a big squad for a long season, particularly if we're going to ask you to play indoor and international and everything else. I think we need that squad, and we need to keep developing people. And I think the young stars have been fantastic. Betson, Phoebe have really made a difference. I think on and off the pitch. I think their TikTok dancing is training, shall we say, not distracting in any way whatsoever. But
we can't deny it, because I mean everyone said the best dancer on the girls' videos were Betsan and Phoebe, so it's pretty much been confirmed that they are the best dancers. Then I think that's a unique challenge. Is obviously we have Europe when most of the teams around us don't. So obviously we get the outdoor and the indoor, which was probably a drain, wasn't it? Doing the indoor sessions and then Porto and then back and then straight back into the league. But then, would we have any other way? Probably not.
No, it seemed to work, didn't it? So we're okay. Yeah, we did.
What was it? Was it bronze we got in Porto?
Yeah, we missed out on a single goal. If we'd scored another goal, then we would have got silver and been promoted. But always backwards, isn't it? Always.
No pressure for Croatia this time.
Yeah, no pressure for Croatia. I can't really define a key moment. I think I'm going to go through the moments across the season which have really highlighted things. I think the first trip up north, we played Ben Riddin on the Saturday. Beautiful, stunning day, beautiful, stunning place. Fairly unpleasant environment for the girls to play in. Very, very supportive home crowd, which is obviously interesting, and a different style of hockey than the girls are used to. But we ground it out, and I think coming away from that with a 1-0 win just pushed us on for the rest of the season. And then the next day, following it up with a fantastic 3-0 win against Brooklyn Poynton, I think just set us up for the rest of the season, and we didn't really look back from there. And then I suppose moving closer to the end of the season, The 4-2 win over Alton, much the same as the first game of the season, we got ahead and played very well, and then we let them come back into it. And thankfully, near the end of the season, we then took the game away again, which allowed us to push on. And obviously, the fantastic moment, Olivia Strickland scoring the goal that put us top of the league in the final game against Durham. And most pleasing for me is that we had worked on our corner rebound, and we scored 2 goals in that game from corner rebound. So, no, fantastic, really pleasing.
Key moments for me in the season, I've got down to 2. One was Betson's goal against Stourport, and we played them at home in October. So Betson was new to the squad this year. Has been probably one of our rising stars this season, being fantastic member of our squad, probably one of the first names when we are planning the starting 11. She's normally on it. Betson picks the ball up at the edge of our D, rounds the keeper, and just slots the ball into an open goal. Probably showed a massive amount of maturity and a calm head playing in the Premier League from somebody who's 15, 16 years old, which to me shows that we are integrating the youth in the club into the teams appropriately. So she sort of secured herself in the squad, scored an amazing goal. I think it was one of the ones that nearly won in our Ladies Ones Goal of the Season competition. And the second one for me is a moment very early on this season. We played Belper at home. So we won the game 1-0. It was an awful day, through like torrential rain. We scored late on to win the game. But in terms of that game, that's not the moment. For me, Belper awarded a stroke, and Jana makes the save. We win game 1 in the end, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't seem like a key moment. But at the end of the season, after we beat Durham at home, we were 1 point ahead of Leicester. So if Jana hadn't made that save, obviously we might not be in the Premier League now, and Leicester would be, and we'd still be in Division 1 North next season. So for me, that save epitomises our season. That save probably put us on the track to becoming Division 1 North champions and making it to the Premier League.
So I've got the results in front of me, and I think it's quite interesting that when we lost a game, we then won the next game, and we were lucky that the matches seemed to sit. The games that we lost on the Saturday and then played on the Sunday, so we didn't have a lot of time to think about it.
So it's like an instant rebound.
Yeah, which is brilliant, and it just allows you to do it. But I think it's the tight games, isn't it? We beat Stourport 2-1 away when the pressure was building. You know, we have to keep winning because we'd drawn with Leicester a couple of weeks before, which would put them ahead, and we need to keep the pressure on them, and it just allowed us to develop and keep going.
But I think again it was. I think the challenges were, again, new squad, new coaching team. And I think a lot of the teams we played against, we've had experience of playing against. Obviously, we play against them regularly. But I think we had a new philosophy of playing. We wanted to try and play on the front foot and put them under as much pressure as possible, which a lot of teams have probably came out and went, Swansea don't normally play like this. And I think that's sort of, at the start of the season, we had that massive surge of teams going, a surge of teams attacking, going forward. And I think one for that was probably Leeds when they came to us as well. We went at them from the word go. SJ's tomahawk was one of the goals that stands out for me. She picks it up in the D on her own and just puts it in the bottom corner, no fuss. And I think that is, for me, one of the key moments, is the fact we went out at teams. And I think a lot of teams are expecting us to sort of soak up the pressure and get them on the counter-attack.
Yeah, keep the ball for longer periods rather than attack quite as quickly, isn't it? And that's something we're going to continue to develop, different things in our game, different ways of playing, different movement.
I should say in this bit because the Premier League teams will watch it.
Yeah, but there could be a double bluff.
Yeah, don't listen to us. We don't know what we're on about. It could be a red herring.
But yeah, no, it was an exciting season, very exciting season. Just a strange ending, but the world is a strange place at the moment, isn't it? So
We'll take the strange ending because look where it's got us.
yeah, well, yeah, we'll take the ending. We'll take the ending. Not quite the celebration I'm used to after winning the league, but
hang on, you've been in America, so you've probably got lots of jewellery and rings and things to go with it.
Very tasteful, very tasteful.
I'll take your word for it on the jewellery. I'll take your word for it.
I'll wear it out. I mean, next week time we go out in Cardiff, I'll have all my rings on that.
Oh, how many rings are there? That's the question.
Just the 3. What was it?
So like what? Like 1, 2, 3, like that.
Yeah, 3-peat, isn't it? It's a 3-peat. That's what they call it in America, which I thought was very strange. But yeah, 3-peat.
If only we had those for these.
Yeah. So I feel that challenges for next year are going to be we have movement in our squad again. We have changes. We have people leaving. We have people coming in for a whole variety of reasons. But it's exciting to draw the squad back together. I think it will be how we as a team portray our confidence. We're a talented group. We've shown that. But whether we show it against the big clubs, whether we turn up at Surbiton and give it a go, or we're just going to be a little overwrought and just be there to make up the numbers. And I think that will pretty much define the season, how well we do it, how confident we are in where we go.
It's the unknown, isn't it? We're the first Welsh team to ever make the Premier League. So we are that unknown entity, really. Most of the teams, I think, are sort of yo-yo between it. There's never been a Welsh team, so a lot of these teams were there going, oh, so how do we set up against them? And then bear in mind, I think the challenge is, again, the journey's to us, but then everyone else has got to come to us, which is a challenge, but also I think it would be exciting to play the Surbitons, the Holcombs, East Grinstead and all that in Swansea. There's a hell of a pull to see some GB players in Swansea.
Yeah, Sketty Lane, House of Pain, as the boys tell me. It's going to be a big difference, isn't it? That's it.
You're going to have that on the door now. As you come out Sketty Lane, have a massive banner. Welcome to the House of Pain.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the excitement of playing all the GB players, senior girls that are based in England will all be coming to play, which will be exciting to push ourselves against the very best. Top coaches, Kate Richardson Walsh will be coaching against, won't we? So that'll be entertaining.
Probably over-hammered by the Olympic medals.
Yeah. I'm not sure she carries them around with her, but yeah, that would be good to see Kate.
Then I think it's just a fantastic opportunity, and it would be incredibly hard work and challenging. But I think that's what we do it for, isn't it? That's what we aimed at the start of this. It's a pipe dream. We'd love to be promoted, and then it's it's actually going to happen. And our aims, I think I personally think it will be an incredible season. It will be scrapping for games. We've got to make Sketty Lane House of Pain. We've got to make it a fortress.
It's going to catch on now. It's going to catch on
now. It'll be on Twitter now. Sketty Lane House of Pain. I think we've got to try and take advantage of playing at home, as most teams do, and just be really hard to beat at home. And I think our home form will determine our season.
Yeah. Aim for me, top half of the table. That's what I'm aiming for. And then if we if we push to get into the playoffs, that would be exciting, top 4. But I feel that's where we've got to aim for.
It's been said now, you can't retract now. You can't then go, oh, actually, I thought.
No, got to be confident and got to go for it.
We've got a very talented squad, and I think, again, just maintaining consistency. And I think that ability to bounce back from fixtures like we did last season, where we'd potentially lose on a doubleheader on Saturday and win on the Sunday. And we didn't have that sort of consistency of losing 2 or 3 games in a row. We sort of bounced back, either a draw or a win. But I think fundamentally, it's going to be exciting. It's a big unknown for us, but bring it on. And I say, let's go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have a great time. So yeah, enjoy the challenge, I think.